So you can come to a seated position. As always, sitting however you're comfortable, just making sure that the spine is nice and long. You can rest those hands wherever they're comfortable, close the eyes. And as always, just taking the first few moments of your practice just to breathe. So there is a lot going on right now. So when you give yourself space to just sit and reflect, just notice what comes up. And try not to shy away from any feelings of anger, of confusion, of discomfort, sadness. Just sit with it and let yourself experience that. And just feel the breath moving through the body, always connecting to yourself and your practice through the breath. You can even bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly and use that as a tool to really feel your breathing. Feel how your chest and your belly expand fully when you breathe in. And how everything settles and softens as you breathe out. After your next exhale, you can drop the hands back down and tuck the chin to the chest. And just really slowly bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And just as slowly bring the chin back to chest. And as you breathe in, that same thing to the left side. And back to center. Let's find one more to the right. Slowly coming back through center. And moving over to the left. And back to center. The head comes back up to neutral. Roll the shoulders back, sweep the arms high. And then bring the right hand down by the right hip and just begin to fall gently to the right side, stretching out the left side body and just breathing here. So think about the way that you're moving the spine in this posture and how it feels. Begin to work your way back up to center. Take a minute and allow both arms to rise. Soften through the shoulders. Let's let the arms be an extension of the spine. Take a breath in. And then left hand comes down by the left hip and really gently just start to fall over to the left side. Finding a softness through that left shoulder, keeping it away from the ear as you reach that right arm across the body. Slowly come back through center, both arms reach. And then bring the hands behind you. Fingertips super light on the mat and really focus on lifting the heart. Find a lift with your gaze. A lot of heart opening today. And slowly come back to center and just go ahead and switch the way the legs are across. If they're crossed, if not, you can stay. Finding length through the spine here. We'll take a little twist. So bring that left hand over to the right knee and the right hand comes slightly behind you. Spine still long. Maybe that gaze even comes over the right shoulder to deepen. And think about the way that you're moving your spine here. Slowly twist back to center and then make your way to the other side. And coming back to center, bring the hands to heart center, close the eyes. And try and bring to mind just one thing, one way you can do something today to spread love, to make a difference, to make a change. Even the smallest thing. And take a full breath in, feel that fill your body. Exhale slowly. When you're ready, you can blink the eyes open. We'll come to all fours. Continuing our spinal movement here, we'll come into cat and cow. So on the inhale, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, dome the spine, drop the head. And think about the way that you're moving the spine here. Feel like the heart really open as the belly drops. And then curving the spine, dropping the head. Continue moving in this way. Really feel this unwinding. Feel what you're moving through, physically, mentally, emotionally. Slowly working your way back to tabletop when you're ready, and we'll tuck our toes and lift the hips, coming into our first downward facing dog. Maybe finally pedaling through the legs, bending the knees, focusing on really grounding through the fingertips. Feeling those heels just sink a little deeper as you find length through the entire back of each leg. Notice your spine here. Feel the hips lifted and that length all the way through the crown of the head in this inversion. Just breathe. Take a bend in the knees, gaze between the hands, gently walk those feet to the top of the mat, coming to fold. Lifting up to a flat back, just focus on that length. And then slowly fold back down, deeply bend the knees, so the head be heavy. And super slowly inch your way up to standing. Head the very last thing to rise, coming to your mountain pose. Feeling the feet really root down as you spread through the toes and the crown of the head reaching high, the shoulders soften. Just feel balanced between the two feet. Breathe in, sweep the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And just hang here with the head be heavy again. Maybe a soft bend in the knees, especially if you're tight in the back today. And just let yourself hang here. Shake the head a little, yes and no. You can rock side to side. You can stay completely still. Do what feels right for your body. We'll lift to a flat back again. And the hands will come down. We'll step the right foot back. One breath in here. And let it go. Ground the hands down. Step it back, downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward to your plank. The knees graze the mat and really slowly and controlled lower down to the belly. Take it slow. Modified chaturanga. Untuck the toes, lift to a cobra, head, neck, and chest, and then slowly lower. Find your tabletop first, and then tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Lifting that left leg up, go ahead and stack left hip on top of right, bending into the left knee. And then square off the hips as you bring the knee in towards the nose. Place that foot next to the left thumb. Right hand grounded, sweep that left arm up, come into a twist. And unwind. Go ahead and step it to the very top of the mat. Lift to a flat back again, lengthening. And then fold, softly bend the knees, and then inch your way up to standing again, coming into your mountain pose. Rolling the shoulders back, interlace the hands behind the body, and draw those hands down and away as you lift the heart, lift the gaze. And releasing to mountain pose, find stillness. Breathe in, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Plant the hand, step the left foot back. One full round of breath here. Feel the front of that left leg starting to open. And then plant the hand, step it back, downward dog. Ride forward, high plank. Knees drop with control, lower down, elbows skim the body. Untuck the toes, one cobra, lift with the heart, and then go ahead and lower down. Since we're on the belly, we'll come through tabletop and then tuck the toes, lift the hips. And then that right leg will lift as you stack right hip on top of left, grounding equally through the hands. If you notice one hand holding more weight, see if you can readjust. Square off the hips as the knee comes to the nose. Place that foot next to the right thumb. And then take your twist, right arm reaches. And lower. Step it up to the very top of the mat. Lift your flat back. And fold. Softly bend the knees. How slowly can you rise to stand? Feel gravity pulling you down as you slowly rise. Come into your mountain pose. And then again, taking the opposite interlace of the fingers as you come into this back bend again. Feeling the heart really lift. Maybe the gaze can follow. Releasing that hold, lengthening the spine, hands by the sides. Breathe in, sweep the arms high. And exhale, fold. Lift halfway, flat back. Plant the hands, set both feet back to plank. Option to drop the knees or lower chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward dog this time. And slow hinge back, downward dog. Breath in and out. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands, step it top of the mat. This time we'll sweep the arms all the way up fully. And exhale right back down. Lift halfway. Plant the hands, both feet back again. Full breath in and plank. Knees can be up or down as you slowly lower. Moving through your back bend, your heart opening. And meeting in downward dog. One more like this. Bend the knees, gaze between the hands, step it up. Breathe in, arms sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step it back to plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Moving with your breath, always. Coming to stillness and downward facing dog. Let's lift the right leg high and bring knee to nose. Place that foot next to the right thumb. Spin the back heel down. And lift up to airplane arms. So warrior one legs. And those arms resting by the sides, fingertips really reaching back, palms facing down. Go ahead and interlace the hands here and begin to draw those hands down the back leg as you peel up, either stopping with a long spine or coming into that back bend. Hands come further down the leg. Make it a nice even back bend with the whole body staying strong as you open. And you can stay in any shape, or you can hinge forward, bring that right shoulder towards the right knee, arms up and over, humble warrior. Wherever you are, we'll come all the way up, warrior one. So releasing those hands all the way up overhead. And then hands come down to the mat or blocks as you spin the back heel up, straighten that front leg and fold. As you breathe in, bend the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten and fold. Two more like that, bend the knee, lift the chest. Exhale, straighten and fold. And again. Exhale, straighten and fold. Here we'll bend into the knee, ground the hands down, step it back, three-legged dog. Let that right leg lift. And then again, stack that right hip over top of the left. And make your way to downward dog. Ride forward to a high plank. Exhale, vinyasa of your choice. Keep it controlled. Meeting in downward dog. Next breath, left leg lifts. And knee to nose, place that foot next to the left thumb, back heel spins down. Airplane arms, using this as a chance to really set up the legs. Find length through the spine and opening through the heart. And then can you reach back and take the opposite interlace of the fingers. And on the inhale, draw those hands up and down the back leg to your comfort level. So back bend or no back bend, it's up to you, but the spine is lifted here. And then option to hinge forward, find that humble warrior, shoulder on the inside of that knee. Next breath in, we'll all lift up, warrior one, arms reach high. Exhale, hands come down as the back heel spins up, straighten that front leg and fold. Just feel your heart melt over that left leg. And then the next breath in, we'll bend the knee, find a lift of the chest. Exhale, straighten and fold. Two more, bend the knee, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten and fold. And again. And fold. Here, bend the knee, hands ground down, step it back, three-legged dog. Again, you can stack that left hip on the right if you'd like. And slow return to downward facing dog. Take a bend in the knees, gaze up, step it to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, sweep the arms all the way up. Take a bend in the elbows, go post the arms, belly button in towards the spine. Find the lift of the chest, keep that strength. Lots of heart opening, leading heart first. Start to lift up as you straighten the arms and then fold over those legs. Lifting halfway, plant the hands, step both feet back to plank. Breathe here. Just hold. Feel heat, feel strength. And then let your exhale lower you to your comfort level. Lifting through the heart, your choice. Exhale, downward dog. Lift that right leg high. Bring the knee to the nose and just hover here. Inhale, extend. Knee to the right elbow, hover here. Reaching up. Take a little twist, knee to the left elbow, hover here. Extend back up. And now we'll come all the way through to lunge. Place that foot down. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes as you sweep the arms high. Soften through the shoulders, let those hips sink forward. And again, bend the elbows, lift the heart. Release those hands down by the sides and slowly bring them down to the ground in front of the foot as you straighten the front leg and fold. Walk the hands over to the right side of that right leg. And bring it back to neutral, bending the knee. We're going to slide that right foot and bring it straight back. So tabletop, right leg is back. And then gently tap those toes to the mat. Spin the inside of the right foot down. Sweep that right arm high. And we're going to stand up on those legs. So the right hand will slide down the right leg as the left arm reaches. Little side bend here. Breathe in. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. The heel spins up and we'll step the left foot back to meet the right. Take a breath. Exhale, lower knees can be up or down. Inhale, your choice of back bend. And finding downward dog. Left leg lifts. Knee to the nose, hover. Inhale, extend. And knee to the left elbow, hover here. Inhale, reach. Little twist, knee to the right elbow, hold. Lifting back out. And then knee to the nose, coming to lunge. Place the foot down, dropping the knee, maybe untucking those toes as you sweep the arms up. Belly in towards the spine as the hips sink forward. Option to take that bend and the elbows lift the heart. Hands come down by the sides and then slowly come to frame out that foot as you straighten the front leg and fold. Maybe walking both hands to the outer side of that left foot. Bring it back to neutral as you bend that knee and then extend the left foot straight back. Holding here. And then tapping left toes to the mat. Inside of the left foot comes down. Right contract behind you for balance. Sweep that left arm high. And then we'll begin to lift up here as the left hand slides down the left leg and the right arm reaches. And slowly returning both hands to the mat as the heel spins up, right foot back to meet the left. Optional vinyasa or hinge right back, downward dog. And then bend into the knees, gaze up, step at top of the mat. Lift halfway, flat back. And exhale to fold. Deep, deep bend in the knees, hips really sink. And then sweep those arms up, chair pose. Sit a little bit deeper if you can. Send the weight back, wiggle the toes, grounding through the base of the feet. If arms straight up, straining on the shoulders, bring them slightly forward. Just breathe. Hands to heart center. Step the right foot back. Back heel spins down, open up, warrior two. Here we'll straighten the front leg, left arm pulls forward, and come down into triangle pose. Feeling that right arm stack on top of the left. So that means sliding the hand up a little bit to make that space. Do that. Wherever the gaze is resting, allow it to be super steady and focus in on your breathing. Gaze down towards that left foot. Lift up to warrior two. So bend the knee as the arms come parallel. And then moving right into reverse warrior. Feel that left hand slide up as the right slides down the back leg. Next breath out. Hands come all the way down. Back heel spins up. And step it back, downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward, high plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Moving with your breath as always. And meeting downward facing dog. Bend into the knees, gaze forward, step it top of the mat. Lift halfway, flat back, and fold. Maybe an even deeper bend in the knees as the hips sink and the arms sweep, coming into chair. Let the shins stay parallel as the hands come to heart center. Shift weight over to the right foot, step the left foot back, opening up, warrior two. Straightening through that front leg, right hip cuts under as the arm pulls forward. We rotate right down from there, not changing anything in the side of the body. Wherever the gaze is resting, it is steady and the whole body strong. Starting to lift up as you bend the knee and then sliding left hand down as the right arm reaches, reversing your warrior. Breathe in. Exhale, both hands down, heel spins up, step it back, downward dog. Just pause here in your downward dog and feel. Feel your heels sink, feel your hips lift, and the length that that creates. And then slowly walk those hands back to meet the feet. So we'll come to fold at the very back of the mat. Lift to your flat back again, really focusing on length. And then we'll fold it down. Inhale, arms sweep high. And hands to heart center, the hips or by the sides. We're gonna pick the right foot up. And just holding here. And then stepping halfway up the mat, let the heel come down, feel the foot connect, spread through the toes, and then start to lift the left foot coming into warrior three. Hips facing the ground, spine long connected, head to heel. We'll hinge, allow that left foot to skim the ground and bring that left knee in towards the chest. Holding here. And then with the left foot, we'll step to the top of the mat. Feel that foot connect, and then gently lift the right foot off the mat in warrior three. And slowly come to mountain pose. Right foot meets the left. Roll the shoulders back, hands by the sides. Breathe in, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway, flat back. Plant the hands, send it back to plank. Full breath in plank. And then slow vinyasa, take it controlled, core strong, stretch it out, and then find downward dog. Right leg lifts. Bring the knee to the nose, hover here. Extend back out. Again, knee to right elbow, hover here, core fires. Extend out. Take your twist, knee to the left elbow, and then kick that right foot straight. Inside of the left foot comes down, sweep the left arm up. Slowly left hand lowers, bring the knee back to the nose, hovering here, and then step the foot in between the hands. Back heel spins down, lifting up, warrior two. Flip the front palm and reverse. Breathe in. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. Heel to the right foot over to the left side of the mat. Drop the right knee. Back knee drops, the toes untuck, coming into pigeon. If you prefer to take this recline, go ahead and work your way onto the back. And today, try to do what you don't normally do. So if you really quickly always dive down onto the forearms, spend a little time with the hands wide, lifting the heart. If you're always upright and have the space to go forward, go ahead and bring the hands down, forearms down. Even if it's just for a few breaths, just touch into some place outside of your comfort zone and notice what shows up. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's how we grow and learn. Take that off your mat with you as well. You're on the forearms, work your way back up onto the hands. And we'll all work our way out. So you can tuck the toe and lift the knee, hinge back maybe to downward dog, tabletop if you prefer, child's pose as well is great. Just take some time to explore movement. If you'd like to take a vinyasa, go for it. All meeting in downward dog. When you're ready, left leg lifts high. And then knee to the nose, hover here. Really feel that heat. Extend the leg high. Knee to the left elbow, hover here. Reach it out long. Take your twist, knee to the left or right elbow, and then that left foot kicks out. Inside of the right foot lowers, and the right arm reaches. Right hand lowers as the knee comes back to nose. And then we'll place that foot next to the left thumb, back heel spins down. Lifting your way up, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse. And then bring those hands all the way down to the mat, back heel spins up, coming into pigeon, left foot to the right edge of the mat as you drop the knee. And again, maybe choosing something outside of your comfort zone today. So not only do different positions, different variations of a posture get into different areas of the body, but it also changes our mental state. So if you find yourself in a place of discomfort, can you really settle in, tune into your body, into your breath, and think about what you can do to resolve that, other than just running away? Can you face it head on and find comfort in the discomfort? Go ahead and come back up onto the hands if you have lowered. And take your time transitioning out. So you can tuck the toe, lift the knee, find downward dog, tabletop, move however it feels good for you to move. Coming into downward dog when you're ready. And then we're just going to drop the knees to the mat. And we're going to stand up on the knees here, continuing our heart opening. We're going to come into camel. So if you want to double up your mat a little bit, feel free. Knees down. And hands come to the low back, either fists or palms. Toes can tuck or untuck. The hips, or knees or hips distance apart, and the hips stay over the knees this whole time. Just starting to push those hips a little bit forward so you find a little lift of the chest with a gaze lift. Keep those hips tracking over the knees and deepen as you see fit. So finding a little bit more lift, a little bit more of a back bend, feeling those shoulder blades come together a little bit more. How does it feel to lead with the heart? And just as slowly as you got down, start to rise straight up. Untuck the toes and sit down on the knees. If you need to support underneath the hips a little bit, go for it. Just bring the hands to the thighs, spine long. Go ahead and tuck the chin to the chest. Just breathe, be still. And then slowly walk those hands out in front of you, coming into child's pose. So if you want to readjust the low body, feel free. Slowly coming up to all fours, finding tabletop. A little shake of the hips here to bring everything back to neutral. And then that right arm will come out to the side and start to go through the space between left arm and leg. So you drop the shoulder towards the mat and then maybe extend that left arm up. It can stay bent as well. Just depends on what opening you'd like on the left side. And if that arm is straight, we'll bend back into the left elbow to prop ourselves up onto all fours. And then once you feel ready, the left arm opens out to the left side, and that same thing. Left arm through the space between right arm and leg. Whatever you'd like for that right arm. Reground through the right hand, come up to all fours. Take a few cycles of cat and cow, dropping the belly, doming the spine. When you're ready, coming all the way seated, extending the legs straight out. Flexing through the feet, a little bend in the knees if you need to keep the spine long, and then just sweep the arms high and leading with the chest, just take a seated forward fold. Surrender into this shape. Slide the hands up the legs as you take a bend in both knees, and knees fall out to either side, bottoms of the feet to touch, either staying here with a long spine or beginning to hinge forward, folding into it. You can play around with those feet being close to the body versus a little further away. And then we'll rise our way up. Knees come together. Take your time rolling all the way onto your back. And once you are on the back, just hug the knees into chest. And take any movements here. You can rock, you can circle the knees, you can sway side to side, you can stay still. Just explore your own body for a moment or two. Finally, bringing those feet down to the mat, in pretty close to the body, hips distance apart, hands by the sides, setting up for bridge. So lifting the hips off the mat, keeping those knees in line with those hips, and either staying, you can wiggle onto the shoulders, you can interlace hands beneath you or reach for the ankles. You always have the option to slide something underneath the hips for a more supported and restorative posture. For a few rounds of breath, just let your body be in this shape. And then slowly lower the hips down. Allow those feet to come pretty wide as the knees come to touch. Anything goes to the arms wherever you'd like them. And you can stay still or rock a little side to side. Just releasing the spine. A little counter pose to our back bend. If you balance the two sides, you can bring the feet back in, setting up for a second set of bridge. So as you're ready, lifting those hips, and if wheel is in your practice, we have fully warmed up the spine, so you can feel free to take that. Hands by the ears, fingertips pointing towards the toes, and never resting any pressure on the head. Whichever you choose. Just be super present in what's happening in your body. Feel everything there is to feel. And then on the exhale, take your time, bring all the way down onto the back. Either knock those knees together or hug the knees into chest. So two counter postures, find the one that feels best. In either variation, you can rock or be still. And you can stick with whatever it is that you are doing, or if you'd like to find a happy baby, bring the arms on the insides of the legs, taking hold of the ankles or the feet. Knees in towards the armpits, trying to stack those ankles over the knees. Doesn't have to be exact, but that's the position that we are going for. And then releasing, feet come down to the mat in line with the hips. And we'll extend the right leg straight up. You can take hold of that leg, roll the ankle a few times. Shake out any kinks. Move the other way. And be still and start to find an opening through the back of that leg. Hugging in so much, not so much that the upper body lifts off the mat, so the back of the head, the spine, all still relaxed. And you can choose to keep this left leg bent or it can straighten out. If you haven't already done so, you can straighten that left leg out on the mat as you take a bend in the right knee. Use that left hand to guide the knee across the body. Open the right arm out to the side and let your gaze rest steady. So maybe straight up or over the right shoulder. The eyes can even close to really bring another level of awareness into the body, taking out the sense of sight. What are you letting go of in this twist? Feel it leave as you breathe out. Feel that release. Feel that letting go. So that you can make space. So once you have let go, what is it that you want to invite in to fill that space? And start to bring that right knee back to center. Bring the right hand to the right knee and just move that knee in little circles. And then bring right foot down to the mat to start as you extend the left leg straight up. Rolling through the ankle a couple times, supporting the leg however you see fit. Just making sure to move in both directions. And if any stillness through the foot, just find the length through the back of that leg. So if holding on is uncomfortable, you can take a strap, a scarf, a blanket, something and wrap it around that left foot to hold on to. Just an option. If you haven't already done so, straighten that right leg out. Take a bend in the left knee and then the right hand will guide that knee across the body. Coming into twists on the other side. That left arm opens wide and the gaze rests wherever that is comfortable. Bring that left knee back into the center, left hand to the left knee, moving in circles, big or small, fast or slow. And then left foot down to the mat. Bring the right knee in to meet it. And let the knees fall out to either side. The bottoms of the feet can come to touch as the left hand comes to the heart and the right hand comes to the belly. And again, think of some way, no matter how small, that you can invite a little bit more love and acceptance and understanding into this day. What's one positive way you can make change? What's one thing you can do to support somebody else? It could be as simple as reading, of having a conversation with someone, of making a call. Every little bit counts. Take a deep breath in here and just hold that breath. And let it go deeply. Gently let those knees come in toward one another, and one by one you can extend them straight out on the mat, resting the hands wherever they're comfortable, finding any less movements or layers or props that you might like for your Shavasana. Then allowing yourself to settle into that space, to be still, to let go. And for the next few minutes, we'll all rest in this space together. Slowly breathe in. Slowly breathe out. A few times like this, gradually letting each breath in be deeper. Each breath out be softer. Just feeling yourself reconnect. Bring really little movements into the body. Feeling every movement that you make. And bending into the knees. And when you're ready, making your way over to your right side. And just take time to find gratitude for everything that you have in this life, for where you are and what you're doing in the space that you are in. And when you're ready, propping yourself up to a seated position, allowing those eyes to stay closed. And just gently bring the hands to heart center. We'll take one last breath in and out. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.